In this approach, the sons of God are merely human beings, men from the line of Seth, Adam and Eve's son, who was born after Cain murdered Abel. Genesis chapter 4, verses 25 and 26, and chapter 5, verses 3 and 4. Presumably, these 4 verses describe forbidden intermarriage between the godly men of Seth's lineage, sons of God, and the ungodly women of Cain's line, daughters of humankind. In this reading, everyone who lived on earth ultimately came from these 2 lines, both of them descended from Adam and Eve's children. In this way, the Bible distinguished the godly from the ungodly. Part of the rationale for this view comes from Genesis 4:26, where, depending on the translation, we read that either Seth or humankind, quote, began to call on the name of the Lord, New International Version. The line of Seth was to remain pure and separate from evil lineage. The marriages of Genesis 6:1-4 erased the separation and incurred the wrath of God in the flood. The Sethite view of Genesis 6:1-4 is deeply flawed. First, Genesis 4:26 never states that the only people who called on the name of the Lord were men from Seth's lineage. That idea is imposed on the text. Second, the view fails miserably in explaining the Nephilim. Third, the text never calls the women in the episode, quote, daughters of Cain, unquote. Rather, they are, quote, daughters of humankind, unquote. There is no actual link in the text to Cain. This means that the Sethite view of the text is supported by something not present in the text, which is the very antithesis of exegesis. Fourth, there is no command in the text regarding marriages or any prohibition against marrying certain persons. There are no quote-unquote Jews and Gentiles at this time. Fifth, nothing in Genesis 6:1-4 or anywhere else in the Bible identifies people who come from Seth's lineage with the descriptive phrase, quote-unquote, sons of God. That connection is purely an assumption, to which the story is filtered by those who hold the Sethite view.